This is the video for 2E using indices. So I would like you to read the learning intentions first about knowing the meaning of the word terms, powers, meaning of the terms, powers, index form, basic numeral, base number, and index number. That's a lot, okay? And to understand what this symbol means, and to be able to write a product in index form. Okay, so let's do that. Let's look at the key ideas first. And it says, powers are used to help write expressions involving repeated multiplication in a simplified form. For example, 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths is 8 to the 5th. We've done this already, and I already know that you know it. Sometimes we need to call these numbers their different parts. So the number that's being raised to the power is called the base, not even really number, but just the base. And then this is called the index. So I'm going to kind of highlight or circle base and index. We usually don't put the word number after it. And this is the basic numeral. We do say that. Now I'm just going to get the calculator out quickly so you can see how to check on your calculator that 8 to the 5th is in fact that number. I hope you can see the calculator, so I'm going to go 8, and then the key that I'm going to hit after that is this key here, which is a Y with a little X, a little X power. I'm going to hit that key, and it's going to look like a little triangle there. So actually on the calculator it looks like this, and that little thing is called a caret. So 8 to the 5th, and then I'm going to hit equals, and it is going to give me that number. So you can practice on your calculator a little bit. Okay, so it says, for example, powers in the order of operations, they come first, okay? Just right after brackets. So, I'll write 8 to the 5th there. I kind of stuffed that up, and that goes up here. Okay, so in the order of operations, I do the 4 to the 2nd power first, then I multiply it by 2, and then I add 3. So 16 is 4 times 4, or I can do it on my calculator. And then 16 times 2 is 32, and then 32 plus 3 is 35. And this is written really nice with equal signs going down. Okay, so I'm going to write these in, I'm going to get my trusty pencil out. I'm going to write these in index form. So with indices, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 to the 6th power. And I write that 6 nice and tiny up at the top. And then I look at these and I go, there's 1 3, 2 3s, 3 3s, 4 3s. I'm going to put an equals there. So I go 3 to the 4th. Times, use the time sign, 2 2's, so 2 squared. Now if I want to expand these, I can write it out and I can go 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that's the expanding part. Everybody can do that. Okay? And then you can multiply them in your head if you want. You can go 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. Or you can get the calculator out. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry, I need to pause and fix my calculator. Okay, I can do 2 to the 4th. So 2, and then that X to the Y key right under the word height to the 4th. And I can also get my 16. All right, let's go over here, and I need to do 2 times 2 times 2. Sorry, that's the expanding part, times that time sign, 5 times 5. And I can do 2 times 2 is 4, 10 times 2 is 8, and then I can do 5 times 5 is 25, and I know that that's 200. But if you don't know that that's 200, you can type it straight in, and you can go 2 to the 3rd times 5, and there's a square key right here if I want to use a square key, 5 squared, and I get 200. Okay, so use your calculator a little bit. All right, let's do these. 7 squared is 7 times 7, so that's 49. Remember, evaluate means get it simplified to one number. And 6 squared is 36. So I'll go 49 minus 36 is 13. This is a lot going on here. So I'm going to do all the indices first. 3 to the 3rd. 3 to the 3rd is 27. So 2 times 27 plus 10 squared. Well, 10 times 10 is 100. Plus 1 to the 7th. What's 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1? As many ones as you want is always 1. So any time I have 1 to the, okay, that number always ends up being 1, no matter what the power is. Okay, so plus 1. Now, I have to do this first because it's multiplication, and 27 times 2 is 54, plus 100 plus 1. I reckon that's a pretty easy one. It's 155. Okay, now you have these questions to do at the bottom.